Hi, my name is Cooper Ditto. A man in 2016 thought that children were being sexually abused by Hillary Clinton in the basement of a pizza cafe, so he stormed into the restaurant with an AR-15 rifle. How did this happen? Well, this man read a fake online news article that described this situation happening in the basement of the pizza cafe, and he trusted it to be true. This story comes from Kardaki. I have been researching this topic for many weeks now, the topic of disinformation. Disinformation, or fake news, confuses and seeks to destroy our modern world. In this speech, I will go over how disinformation is affecting our modern world, what we can do to stop the flow of disinformation in our world, and show you how stopping the flow will create a less confused and more trustworthy modern world. So how does fake news affect the modern world? Well, fake news often creates conflict over imaginary events. It can also influence politics. The Center of Information and Technology shares that in 2016, Russia interfered with the US presidential election, releasing pro-Trump media that discredited other candidates, all in a way that would help Russia. This led to confusion and an election that kind of got messed up. Disinformation distracts people from real-world issues, often with made-up events like I previously stated. So what can be done to stop this? Well, we must collectively stop the flow of disinformation into the modern world. The first step is to recognize what actually is fake news. Cell tells us that we can use the web to check sources for credibility. There's many websites where you can copy and paste URLs of news articles, and it will do background checks for you to make sure the source is credible. Using historically accurate sources are great, so that will include, many .gov and .edu web pages are more trustworthy because they're put on by a government or a school. And also, a great thing to do is to unfollow fake news accounts and outlets that you may follow that you didn't realize were fake news. And, Cell tells us that to stop the spread, we should go so far as, don't share fake news at all, even if you made a correction to it. Just choose not to share it, and instead spread truth and what is actually happening, if at all, and just make sure you check your sources and use the tools that we've been given. So what will be the effect of all of this change? Well, if you and I do this, we will have a less confusing and more trustworthy modern world. We'll have more confident and more informed citizens that are also more trusting in the government and in each other. And this will all lead to safer communities with better elections, less mishaps like what happened at the pizza cafe. If everyone just stops sharing and looking at fake news, we will have safer communities. So stop confusion and chaos by eradicating disinformation. In this speech, we went over how disinformation is affecting our modern world, and how to stop the flow of disinformation in our modern world, and saw how it will create a less confusing and more trustworthy modern world. So start small by going home and unfollowing some accounts or media outlets that may be giving you fake news. We can do this.